Hello everybody, today I am going to show you how to do a hairstyle based on a hairstyle that is in the latest version of Jayne Eyre. I'm not a huge fan of the latest film. I feel it cuts out a lot of my favourite parts of the book, like her childhood, and it cuts out quite a lot of the interaction with Mr. Rochester. I love Mr. Rochester so much better than that guy in that other classic book that everybody loves, Mr. Darcy. I'm a Mr. Rochester fan, much better than Mr. Darcy and his wet shirt that didn't happen. Anyhow, excuse my itchy nose there. Today I'm going to show you how to do a hairstyle from Jayne Eyre. It looks quite complicated, but it's not, and if you're watching this video because I've posted it to a lot of Lolita groups, it's quite good for Lolita. It's you can use it for a lot of different styles. It would work for classic, for sweet, because it's very cute, especially with the little braids at the front, and well, I wear it for gothic because I mostly wear gothic. First of all, of course, you're going to need your brush. You're going to need 6 baubles for this one. You can store them on your wrist if you want. You can keep them elsewhere. I like them on my wrist because it's easy just to pull them off and put them at the end of the braid. You're also going to need some hair grips. I have some snazzy new ones today, so you won't get to see me bending all my hairpins back into shape. And yeah, so off we go. First of all, what you're obviously going to need to do is brush your hair nice and smooth. I already did a bit of a pre-brush before I started, so you're not going to get to watch me brush all my hair for ages, because mine takes quite long because I have quite thick hair and it is getting quite long these days. Then, of course, you're going to need to section your hair. You're going to have 2 braids at the front and 4 braids at the back. So if you section out your back, first of all, so that you have your silly beard at the front. This is a little easier for any of you who happen to be growing out a hemi cut, because you just use the sections that were part of the short bit at the front. If you're not growing out a hemi cut, it's a little more difficult to section out your hair, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Just go for 2 relatively even bits at the front. You then braid in an English braid. You could try rope braids actually. I did try it with rope braids once and it was quite cute. Although I think it looks better with English braids. But you know, try different things, see what you like. Experimentation is the mother of new hairstyles, I suppose. And then of course tie it off at the bottom. Do the same on the other side at the front. At the back, you're going to need to make 4 braids. So give it another little bit of a smooth over with the brush. Divide it into 2. And then divide it into 2 again. English braid, just the same as you did with the front sections. Right, now you have your 6 braids. This is really sexy. Not, you'll want to do something with it. So, whop your 4 braids at the back to the back, and then take your 2 braids at the front. What you need to do is get yourself a couple of bobby pins. Remember my cross formation? We need to do that. You take one of our front bits and curl it underneath where the braid starts. I'm sorry, I can't see, there's a reflection on here. so this is going to be a bit awkward. I hope this is hiding well. You're going to need to use a good few hairpins, and you're going to need to hide this quite well. Oh dear, hang on. So this isn't really a beginner style. It takes a little bit of practice to get this right. It did take me 3 or 4 attempts the first time I did it, but it is worth persevering because, like I say, it's very cute and very easy to work into a lot of different styles. I'll just do another 2 there to secure it. You don't want this to be buns. You could make it work with buns. There is someone else in the film who has her hair with little buns at the front, but I think it looks cuter with loops. But it's up to you. There was also someone with a very similar style had a couple of ringlets at the front instead of the loops, but I like the loops. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Now the 4 at the back. For this, we're going to need to make a vortex bun. Now to do that, I will turn around, and I hope you don't get blinded by the sun here. I'm going to use longer bobby pins for this because, as I've said many times, my hair is very thick, and little bobby pins, I need about 4 times as many to do that. Quite big bobby pins are really hard to find, but I have some, therefore I will be using them. And I will be using them to secure this bun at the back. What you need to do, excuse me there, what you need to do is take your first braid on the right and make a little bun with it. Just a sort of regular bun. Make sure you hide the ends and the bobble in the middle. Take a pin. You can actually use small pins for the inner circles if you don't have enough big pins. Or if you have thinner hair, you can just use small pins. Or if you don't have big pins, you can use small pins anyway. You're just going to need a lot of them. Make it nice and secure. And then take your next braid and work it around the first one. Hide the end underneath the start where the braid starts. There's little bits sticking out right now. Don't worry, because as you add more braids, you can hide them. Oh, go through. I will not swear. I will not swear on YouTube. I will not swear. Unless it's Halloween, not Halloween, New Year, and I'm drunk and chasing lanterns up the street. You might not want to watch that one. It's quite bad, actually. Secure with pins. You might need an extra one for this reel, depending on how thick your hair is. I hope you can see this quite well. I'm going to add a nice high-res photo of the back of my hair from the last time I did this into the description bar. Oh, come on. For new pins, some of these are quite bendy. Add your next braid around the first 2. Again, make sure you hide the end there. And pin securely. Hang on, there's a bit trying to stick out there. We don't want any sticky outy bits. Sticky outy bits are not good. Last braid, and around you go. And hide the ends. Hang on. It always helps if you do actually catch the braid when you're putting pins in, because if you miss it, that happens and it falls down. There we go. If you have any little bits that are sticking out, make sure you add another couple of pins and then you can stop them sticking out. I do apologise, my GSK straps appear to have gone rogue and appear to be trying to fall down my arm. That hardly ever happens, so I don't know why they're doing that today. And also, if your braids at the front are a little uneven, make sure you give them a bit of a wop till they're nice and even. And of course, the fringe of doom. Make sure you brush over the fringe of doom. And there you have it. Very, as I say, it's very cute style. You can use it for lots of different styles of Lolita, or if you wear a lot of Victorian clothes or romantic goth, or a lot of styles this could work for. It doesn't necessarily have to be Lolita. Hope you enjoyed this. Check out my reference photos in the description bar and my blog. And make sure you subscribe if you liked my video, and thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, you can thumbs down it if you want. Boo, boo. But if you do thumbs down it, a slight request is tell me what was wrong. Let me know what would make my videos better so that I can improve them in the future. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.